evening, friends. Now, considering the amount of people, especially this side, I expected to go deaf in one ear. Let's try it again. Good evening, friends. That's all right. That's much better. That means that the spirit people can hear that we're here now. That's always useful. Good evening, friends, and welcome to Littleport Christian Spiritualists, this fine, uplifting Thursday evening of spirit contact, love, laughter, friendship, and hopefully tea and coffee at the end, so long as the boiler don't blow up. I'm sure it won't. Thank you all for being here tonight. Hello to faces familiar, hello to faces I haven't seen in a while, and hello to new faces too. If I haven't spoken to you yet, come and say hello at the end. I don't bite. Well, there was just this once, but, you know, the medication kicked in, so I'm fine now. But good evening and welcome, everyone. And, of course, we are here to prove the continuity of life, to uplift the heart, the mind, and the soul, to bring a bit of joy, a bit of spirituality, and a little bit of laughter to these wet and now getting darker in the evenings Thursday nights. I'm sorry, but unfortunately the seasons have caught up with us and it's starting to get dim at 7:30. It's not my fault. But we can still bring joy, upliftment and laughter and love and light into this hall as we do week in, week out. Now, for those that have never been before, those that don't know what happens, first, some very important information and some special announcements. Should we need to evacuate the building for any particular reason, our exits are here, here, and through here. If the curtains start twitching and the chairs start sliding all over the place, you can follow me, I'll be the first one out. Because that doesn't happen here. But most importantly, a church is not about trimmings and trappings. It's not about tablecloths and flowers. It's not even about candles. And it's certainly not about some numpty in a purple shirt standing up the front. It's about its people. It's about you. It's about feeling part of something, about being connected with each other. And so long as that always happens, nothing should go wrong. Unless, of course, the fans fall off, in which case, duck. Of course, in a spiritualist church every week, we have mediumship. And this week is no different. And we try and mix it up a little bit by having a different medium every week. Tonight, it gives me great pleasure to welcome a good friend of this church. She's been serving us for a long time. Bless her heart. And she still hasn't got any grey hairs from it. The bottle works well. Please give a raucous, uplifting welcome to our friend Sandra Shelley. Please send your love, your light, your laughter, and your upliftment to her throughout the evening. So what else do we do on a Thursday night, apart from, you know, put up with 5 minutes of me telling silly jokes that you've all heard before, and mediumship? Well, we have healing, we have a few prayers, and we have a little bit of philosophy. And of course, this is a spiritualist church, and so we always begin by starting the service proper, by opening in prayer. So please join with me for a moment as we say, Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, we thank you for the opportunity to come together, to unite under your banner of love and hope and friendship, to witness your proof and truth that life is indeed eternal. As we start this service and place it in your care and keeping, we make the statement that everything we do is in love, truth, and light. Amen. The next thing we do is have a few notices, other than obviously the intro about where we can escape if we suddenly need to. I forgot to mention, of course, the lavatories are over in that corner there. The other side of the wall, not this side of the wall. The rising damp's terrible. We also have a reading that comes after the philosophy, which this week is being read by Esther. Thank you very much. And to let you all know that next week our medium will be Alison Aronstead. It's been a while since she's been with us at Littleport because she's been running her own church, the Naughty Minx. But she's found the time to come and serve us, so she'll be here next week. As for the philosophy bit, don't expect me to stand here behind a pulpit quoting chapter and verse, because that ain't how it works. A spiritually inspired address should come from Spirit, based on what Spirit want to say. It will usually in some way tie in with the reading, but we always do an experiment here. Spirit know what I'm going to say, because they tell me. Spirit knows what's going to be read, because it's already been picked. But we don't tell me to test Spirit, because that is rule number 1. Test the Spirit. Unfortunately, in this world, we also tend to test ourselves and our patience. In this world in which we live, there is so much diversity and difference, frustration, antagonism. And you would think that in a spiritual way of life, that such thing does not exist. Unfortunately, that's not true. Because where there are people, where there are individuals, there will always be differing opinions. But it's not about which opinion is right or wrong. It should be about how we work through that difference. One of the greatest known tenets, for example, of spiritualism is the 7 principles. You will hear it mentioned over and over and over again. But they weren't given by Spirit to Emma Hardinge Britten. They were a summary of 10 other rules that she was given by Spirit. But for me, there's only one that matters. Take whatever tenets, rules, and spiritual guidance that you take as your own. Live by them, practice them, emphasize them, and grow them. And that which does not sit with your highest sense of right, that which does not with you, forget about it, reject it. What it's saying is live your life your own way and don't worry about what other people are doing. It means, frankly, mind your own beeswax. But we can't say it like that from a platform. It's got to sound posher than that. Oops, dearie me, I just did. I was given one of the nicest compliments someone could ever give to me this week. It's so lovely that you don't care about putting your head above the parapet. I thought she was going to say pulpit for one moment, and I nearly said, sorry, wrong denomination. But I really don't care about putting my head above the parapet, because it's not about whether someone's going to take a pot shot about me. It's about making sure that people know I'm here for them. It's about making sure that we are here for each other and guiding each other and helping each other. And if we disagree on something, if we have a different view on something, about saying, oh, well, let's work through it, rather than, I'm sorry, you do not exist in my reality. There are nearly 8 billion people on this planet. We have to find a way to work together, to live together, to move forward as one together. Because the universe itself, the energy that gave birth to everything, that is indestructible, immortal, and unending, is the Spirit of God, if you want to use that word, the universal energy, if you want to use that. But the battery, the car battery, the kickstart, the spark of life itself. And we are all made from it. We give ourselves borders. We give ourselves boundaries. We give ourselves rules and lessons and principles. We give ourselves all of these things that keep us apart from each other. But what are we really? What is it that makes us us? Is it blood and flesh and bone? Well, that's not unique. There's about 8 billion other beings on the planet that are made up in exactly the same format. And even more billions of beings in different shapes with the same structure, regardless of whether the bone's on the outside or on the inside. It's like that old story, armadillos, smooth on the inside, crunchy on the outside. Some people are dime bars, some people are armadillos, but we're still people. We should still find a way to move forward. So what are we really? Is it our personality? Is it that spark of energy that creates our individual train of thought? Well, no. Because if you think about it, most of what we believe we get from other people. We shape it ourselves. We grow it ourselves. There's a spark of something within us that says, hang on a minute, I don't sit right with that. And there's a spark of something within us that says, oh, finally someone who gets it. But that isn't just about our personality. What makes us unique, what makes us special, what makes us different is the soul. And it is a fragment of that energy that started all this off. In other words, we are all equal. We are all something so very pure and energetic and basic. A bit like a flame. It does its thing, it gets on with it, tries to protect itself. It provides light and heat and energy, provides a beacon of direction and hope to those that are in darkness. We are the candle. And we should remember that we are simple, energetic beings trying to find our way in the universe. We know what a candle does when it gets with another one. It blends with it. Yeah, right, it might resist to begin with, but eventually it will mix and make something greater. That is the potential of every single person in this room. And every single person sitting out of this room, every single person watching online and listening to these words, we are life itself. Simple molecules vibrating, energy burning bright, trying to say, let's just find a way to blend together, to burn together brightly. So forget about borders, forget about boundaries, forget about what colour the wax is, forget about what colour the dress is, forget about what colour the skin is, forget about it all. All that matters is that you live and love, laugh and be happy, and find your own direction to whatever we call the Great Spirit. Anyone who tells you otherwise is doing what religious ways of life and rules and policies have done for centuries. Try to keep us apart. The most important thing is that we come together.
We're sorry.
Evening. That's fine. Take a seat.
There's just a few others.
Okay. You can see Mother after. Come together to unite, to bring each other together in happiness and joy. And that really is all that matters. So thank you for listening, and God bless you all. So now is the time of our evening where she's sitting there thinking, oh, I don't know how this is going to fit in. And this has been with her for 2 weeks, so there we go. So now, everyone, you get a bit of a break from me. Esther, everybody, Esther! Let me plug you in, love.
Right. Life is a theatre, and we all have a part. From the starring role to the cameo, all parts are as important, as we all know. But as a theatre is nothing without an audience and a crew clapping and cheering and making sure everything runs smoothly too. So whether you're shining your light bright or just a warm glow, give it your all from morning till the moon puts in a show. Act out all parts with a smile on your face and an open heart. Hold tight and enjoy the show in this theatre we call life.
I think that worked. Good done. And you wrote that yourself?
Yeah, well.
With a bit of help, of course. Wonderful. Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, Esther, star of the evening. Come on in. Here she is, look. You're right. There's loads of seats over that side. Bring a little bit of balance. I'm feeling kind of like a little bit half-cocked. Right. Now is the time, and it's good that everything has landed and everyone has arrived, because now is the time in our evening where we send out our healing thoughts to all those who are sick and suffering and in need of comfort. But also, anyone in the room who wants some hands-on healing, get some. So would all of our healers who are prepared and ready to give out their healing thoughts, look, they're getting ready, look, make your way to the back of the hall and keep your eye out. Ready for a pet. Oh, look, see, wonderful. Oh, here you go. Even mediums joining in. It just keeps the blood pumping. It certainly helps the sciatica if they keep standing up and sitting down again. But in this particular part of the evening, if you would like to have some hands-on healing, all you've got to do is put your hand up until someone stood behind you, and then they will come and stand behind you, and then when we start, they will place their hands either near or upon you, depending on which you prefer, and they will give you some healing, some energetic spiritual healing and upliftment. So for all those that would like to have some healing, please raise your hand now. There we go. Healers, start making your way to there. So there's 1, 2, some over there. One there. And there. And there. So I will come to you. Excellent. Right. I tell you what then, if you would like to do the young lady over there, I'll come and do both. Excellent. Now I ain't got as far to run for the button. Well, I know. So all we do to send out our thoughts for absent healing is to consider those who are in need of healing. Just imagine them in your mind and think nice thoughts. That's really as simple as it is. But we begin with a healing prayer, and we have some little twinkling music and some lovely candles on the screen if you don't want to close your eyes. But we join together and send out our thoughts. And in particular, of course, I'd like for healing to be sent to Reverend Alan. I have actually had an update on the screen, if you'll please humour me. Alan has got his nutrients up and running through a new PIC line. He's having bloods as well as saline, and he said he's got wires everywhere. Well, I'm sure he's probably grumpy about that. He's in a good spirits, bless him, and sends his love and thanks for the healing to everyone. So let's carry it on, shall we? And Mandy has hurt her leg, so please send healing to Mandy. And also send some energy to Tony and Eunice, who are dressing up as Smurfs over the weekend for charity. They're going to need it. So let's join together as we begin with the healing prayer and then send out our healing thoughts. As we say, Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, we thank you for the opportunity to come together. And as this time we speak and turn to healing, we say, Great Spirit, here we bring unto you all those who are sick and suffering and in need of comfort, be they sick in mind, body, or spirit, that it please thee to heal them. This we ask for those we know, those we do not know, and those who have no one to ask for them. We ask for them now. Healers, please begin. Thank you, healers. Start to pull back and find your way back to your seats. Thank you to everyone who gave healing, and thank you to everyone who asked for healing. Asking for healing is the first step on the healing process, regardless of how it is facilitated. So thank you all for asking, as well as sending out your healing thoughts. And now you will all be pleased to know that it is the time of the evening, 2 minutes earlier than usual as well, I'm getting good at this, to begin our demonstration of mediumship. Yeah, sorry, that's what you're here for. That's what we give you the tea for and your water for. No, I know you're going to have an uplifting evening, so should Sandra come to you, please answer in a clear voice, yes, no, don't know. Don't give her anything else. Don't feed the medium. They usually bite your hand off. She will, definitely. But also do answer in a clear voice, because let's face it, we're all nosy and want to know what's going on. But do have an uplifting night with love, laughter, and spirit contact. Serious when need to be, but doesn't need to be all the time. So have an uplifting evening and give a wondrous, raucous, and keep it going till I've plugged her in. Welcome to Sandra Shelley.
Thank you. Well, hello. Hello. Back again. I'd like to tell you about my day today. I went to Waterloo Park in Norwich, and it's the most amazing little park in the middle of the city that I've ever been to. And you really wouldn't believe this oasis of a place in the middle of a city. I went with friends who put up a 4 metre by 4 metre gazebo. And we had a Zen day. There wasn't many of us. There was about 4 adults to start with and 9 children, because everybody brought their kids. But do you know what? It was the most wonderful day I've had in a very long time. Because during our Zen day, people from the park came and joined us, wanting to know what we were doing. Now, we were drumming. We were giving each other readings. We were giving each other healings. But most of all, we were teaching these wonderful children. The youngest one was 5. The eldest one was me, 66. But the children really made the day today, because it was the children that actually drew other adults to us to see what we were doing. And we were able to put more light out into the world. And I feel that we need more days like that. We didn't charge anything. It was just a get-together of like-minded people. But it was wonderful seeing these children starting on their journey. And I just want to say what a wonderful day it was. And maybe we need to do something like that as well. So there's a little thought in your head for next year, maybe. Okay. Now I've given you a load of baloney. Let's see what we've got. See where we're going. Okay. I've had this lady with me. She's been with me all day, and I've asked her to come back this evening. But, okay, I've got a grandmother who's with me, and she's just a little bit shorter than me. And I actually want to go. No, it is. Is it all right to come to you, my lovely? The young lady there. Is it all right to talk with you, with the pair of you? That's okay. I've got this lovely lady, and she wants to she's been telling me she's your grandmother, and she knows that she's been coming She wants to come and speak with you this evening, okay? She wants me to say to you, she's been watching you very, very closely, and she is so proud of what you've achieved, even in the last 2 days. But you're not feeling your proudness within you. Is that okay? Thank you. I would like to say to you that Grandma is actually saying, please talk to Mum more often. You just need that confidence to know that Mum is there for you, because things that have happened previously have given you that little bit of doubt. But mums are always there, no matter what's happened in the past. They always, always love you. And I'd just like to say, Mum says you know what I'm talking about. Okay. And I know trust is very hard, especially when you feel you've been let down, and you've got a long way in your life to be able to lift that trust up. But the biggest trust is between mum and daughter. And Grandma is saying, we know, don't we? Okay. You've got so much to look forward to, my lovely, that she'd like you to take the glasses off, because it's like you're wearing sunglasses all the time. And she wants to bring lots and lots of colour into your life in order for you to feel that there is so much beauty in the world, and you are one of them. Okay? She's around you a lot. She tells me that you know she's there, and you need to speak to her more often, because she wants to keep talking with you. And you're just going, I don't want to listen, I don't want to listen. And I want to say that's a typical young lady thing. But she's saying, listen, I'm not telling you off, I'm not having a go. Let's just have a girly chat. All right? She was a wise lady, a very wise lady. But she didn't always used to follow her own wisdom. And she knows that. She's also saying she wasn't a person who could show her love how you wanted it to be. I'm talking to Mum now. How you wanted it to be. Oh, Nan. So it's your mum's. Yeah. So she's also saying that she apologizes for that, but at the same time, you understand that you are not to follow in my footsteps. Okay? You have such a big heart. It's now your turn. It's never too late. Never too late. Okay? She wants me to give you primroses. Pink primroses? I've not heard of pink primroses, but pink primroses. Because apparently pink is relevant to you. Okay? And with that, she does send her love in a way that you wouldn't expect. But she's also saying, don't expect it too often, though. Okay? And I'll leave her love with you. Thank you. Oh, she's been with me all day, that lady. She's been with me all day. She's so sweet. Okay, I am coming over this side. You can smile all you want, but you know I'm coming to you. Hello, Esther. Okay, who have I got? I've got a gentleman coming in for you. Okay, I want to place him. Oh, he's a little bit taller than me. Not too well. Anybody's taller than me, male. He's coming forward and he wants you to know that he's been around you a lot. Spirit seems to be being around a lot, but for some reason, we're not actually feeling them as much as we used to at the moment. There seems to be an energy block. I'm being shown in this particular gentleman, there's been like a bit of an energy block with you where you want to talk to spirit, but you've got so much going on around you in your head that once we get back to the workshops and you start coming back, it'll start coming back again. It's as if you've shut down for a couple of weeks. Okay? And he's saying he's been trying to get in to speak with you. Now who are you? Okay. No, definitely. Mother's side. I want to place him as grandfather on mother's side. Okay? I want to place him as quite a smart man, upright. If you didn't do as he said, he's quite strict. If you didn't do as he said, he wouldn't punish sort of thing, but he wouldn't be impressed. Okay? I wasn't always like that, he's saying. When Nan was around, I had to be the one, to be strict. But when Nan was out the way, and we were on our own and that, it used to be, I used to teach them all sorts of silly tricks and things like that. And I used to he used to be the playful. You saw the playful side of Grandad. Not many people saw that playful side. Okay? Especially when it was with water. I don't know why he's giving me water, but he's saying, especially when it was with water. So just take that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Especially when it was with water. Okay. Thank you. He's showing me that feet are a problem with someone around you at the moment. Feet and lower legs are a problem with someone around you at the moment. So please keep an eye out for that, because they're not telling you the truth. And I want to place it as mother. No. It's mother figure that's with you. Mother figure that's on the earth plane. She's not telling you the truth. Okay? Yeah. Nothing serious. Just get down the chiropodist or something, because she's being stubborn. But she's stubborn anyway, isn't she? Very, very stubborn. Yeah. Okay. If you have to force feed her, would you please start doing that? Because she's telling you she's eating and she's not eating the right stuff. It's like, yeah, I've had my dinner, but it's been a biscuit and a cup of tea. So, yeah. Yeah. Decisions are going to have to be made. And it's difficult. They're aware of that. But when needs must, you are a strong person that can take that forward. It's change. And Grandad's actually saying nobody likes change, especially her. So she will dig her heels in, but in the long run, she's going to love being pampered. All right? So look into that for her. And as for yourself, he's saying what this lady was saying, you need a Zen day. You need the water. You need a paddle. You need a facial. Not that you do, but, the pamp. Sorry. Oh, there you go. You glow already, but that glow, for some reason, these last couple of weeks has just gone down a little bit. Yeah. Okay. So come on. Time to put yourself first. Okay. Oh. I'm being shown books with you, but they're okay. Come on, bring it forward. They're books that you're going to be learning from. There's subjects that you want to research and progress through, and that because it's what you want to do in the future. But you're being warned from Grandad, one book, not 7, 8, 9 books. One book, maybe a second, but one book at a time. One book, one subject, because otherwise you're going to start questioning yourself too much. It's going to be, well, I don't agree with that, but I agree with that. It's a bit like what Nick was saying in the address, you know, I believe in this, but I don't believe in that, so why should I read that and all the rest of it? And you're going to get yourself all muddled and fuddled. Okay, I want to give you 3 months. In 3 months' time, you are going to have space in your calendar to be able to go to the library or go to a bookshop and be able to get a couple of these books. And you will start having time in the evenings to yourself where you will be able to do what you want to do. All right? Because you won't be running around after 2 or 3 people that you're running around at the moment, because things will be sorted. Okay? Yeah, and as for work, yeah, slow down, madam. You know, you're not indispensable. No, or is it you are no. You're always replaceable. You know what I mean. He's getting muddled now. You know what I mean, he's saying. You're just, yeah. Indispensable, yeah. See? So, was it? You don't live to work, you work to live. And, and that's for everybody, not just yourself, all right? So with that, I want to leave his love with you, okay? Thank you very much for working with me. Okay. Oh, there's a sea of faces out there. It's like I've got eyes that are going, don't look at me, don't look at me. And I've got other eyes saying, I know you're looking at me, you're looking at me. But, okay, let's see where I'm going with this one. Okay, let's see where I'm going with this one. Yes, it's you. It's my lovely, I've not met you before. Is it all right to work with you? Yes? Thank you very much. Okay. Whew. It's like I've got a kangaroo with me. Okay. They're just bouncing around and going from one place to another. And when they were on the earth plane, they never stayed still. They never stayed still. One minute they'd be here, the next minute they'd be the other side of the world. And it's not just the other side of England, it is the other side of the world. They were a globetrotter. That's what I want to call her. And it's a her, I have a lady. She wants to place herself. I was a globetrotter. The family hated it, but that was my life. Okay. She's coming forward. She's coming forward on mum's side. Okay. And she's placing herself around about my height. And she was quite thin because of all the globetrotting that she did. And I want to place her as if she wasn't actually, it's definitely aeroplanes. She's connected with aeroplanes. So I want to connect her with either being an air stewardess or somewhere where she's a stewardess of some kind. Can you take that? That's all right. I can't take it away. But she's not actually giving me a relationship. She's given me mother's side. Mother knew her best. Okay, mother knew of her best. Okay. She's coming in because she's noticed that you've been doing a lot of bouncing around just lately. Okay. You need to ask mum who this person is.
She's not here.
Oh, okay. There will be somebody in the family that will know who this person is. Okay. Yeah, they were very, very close. They were quite close. Okay. But she's saying that you've got to stop bouncing around in like fingers in all sorts of pies and not getting anywhere. Yeah. You've got to start bringing the pies together. Instead of having rhubarb, apple, blackberry, you need to make one big pie or one or two pies that will then marry together. Now, I know that sounds stupid, but you know what I mean. She's saying, you know what I mean, because your brain is quite analytical. Yeah. And she's saying, you've got to start pulling in together all those things that you've got out there, because they do all marry together. And if you feel that they don't, you'll be surprised when you see that they do. Okay, so solve one first before you go on to the next one, and then have a look and see, excuse me, have a look to see what one it is that needs to go next, instead of jumping around like a kangaroo. She reminds me of Tigger. She's I've got a little Tigger running around. She's really quite sweet. Okay. Oh, I like that. She's saying, if you're not careful, Tigger's going to turn into an Eeyore. And you're going to end up going, I can't do this. I don't know if you've seen my bag. I'm very Winnie the Pooh. I've got a little Winnie the Pooh rucksack that I carry everywhere. But so she's saying, you know, pull things together. And if you need outside help, find it. Don't try and do it all yourself. Okay. I also feel that the lady next to you is going to help you a lot. She's been trying to give you the advice, but you're doing this. I'm not listening. Okay. Some of the things, excuse me, but some of the things she says is total rubbish. Yes, I'm sorry, I can't say that. You know I can't say that. But some of the things she says is total rubbish. But in between the rubbish, and I mean that nicely, there's a lot of good advice. Yeah? So listen up. And if there's things that you don't believe what she's talking about, go and research it and you'll find that she's right, because she's researched it already. It's just that, yeah, I can see her nodding, bless her. All right, so bring it together and everything will be okay. All right? Okay, this lady is saying, do you know what? The summer's virtually over. It's too late to go down the coast on your sunny days and all things like that. And I'm telling her she's wrong. You can go down at any time. But she's saying, find your sunny day. Because sunny days are not just for when the sun shines. And you will understand what that means. Okay. I leave her love with you. Thank you for working with me. She's just thrown me Amanda.
Okay, yeah, I can take that name.
Okay, so she's just thrown that at me. Okay, thanks very much. Thank you. Hoo-hoo-hoo. No, I'm going to leave you till last, unless they tell me otherwise. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Is it all right to work with you, please? Thank you very much. I want to dance. I've got a lady here. I've got a gentleman in the background who doesn't want to come forward, but he's there. But this lady, she said, do you remember those days? Do you remember when me and him used to dance and you would watch? Okay, you were very, very, very little. Very, 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 very little. You need more of that for you. She's not given me a relationship, but I feel very grandmotherly with her. Very grandmotherly with her. I know he's grandfather, so, but she's saying, well, if you know that, then you know who I am. I don't need, yeah, oh, she's talking like that as well. You don't need me to tell you. You know who I am. Okay. It's my turn to speak because he always usually does the speaking. So it's my turn to speak. And I want you to know that more laughter, more light, and more dancing needs to come into your life. Even if you just sway in the kitchen to the radio. Oh, okay. Take the voice away, please. Thank you. Okay. I needed to step back a little bit. She's coming in too close. She's saying that, again, you're another person that's got so much going on at the moment that you're tearing your heart. You're tearing your heart out. You're not tearing your hair out. You're tearing your heart out. Tell them. Tell them the truth. You're holding on to too much. You need to get it out there, because if you don't start telling the truth, someone's going to start telling the truth in the wrong way. And then you're going to have to do a lot more explaining. Well, it's not actually that. It's this. Well, if you already knew that, why didn't you tell? I can hear them already. Why didn't you tell us? And yeah, you've got to be the pinnacle in this. Okay. They say get your 10 penneth in first. It's not about getting your voice heard first. It's about doing the right thing and making yourself feel you've achieved what you really need to achieve. Again, it's to do with change. Nobody likes change unless they're trying to change somebody to benefit them, and you're not. The others are. Okay? So step in there first. Okay? Grandad says eat more porridge.
Eat more porridge.
You know, breakfast is the good start of the day, and porridge gets you going, literally. Literally. When you add certain fruits on top and stuff like that, you know, he's getting his 10 penneth in worth now. And he's saying, come on, let's get it sorted out. It needs to be, and he's going, no. You know, like Les Dawson used to, you know, that sort of thing, over the fence. Oh, that'll come across good on the camera, won't it? So he's saying, come on, darling, let's get that sorted. Because you don't want those hospitals doing things, do you? No. You can sort this. You can sort this. Okay. He's saying he loves the garden. He loves the garden.
Step in. I love this garden.
He loves the garden. And I can feel the hesitance. I really can feel the hesitance. And he doesn't want to say but. He's just saying, I love the garden. Let's do something with it during the winter so that it looks lovely for next spring. Because now is the time when everything starts dying off and the winter comes and you start the bulbs. And so next spring, it's going to look really, really pretty, isn't it? And it's the same, isn't it? And he's telling me that he's going to be standing there and he's going to be, come on, let's get it done. Let's get it done. All right. He's going to show you pictures of, you're going to, all of a sudden, you're going to start, this is going to happen. Because he's showing me like catalogues. Do you remember the bulb catalogues that used to come round in the freebie newspapers and things like that and all that? He's showing me these really old catalogues of all these plants and apple trees. I remember the fruit trees and the roses and all of that. Well, he's placing one on your lap, and he's saying, during the winter months, you're going to find one. You're going to find one in the house. And it'll be a sign from him to say, right, come on, let's get this garden started. You need a garden party. He's just said you need a garden party. I love it. He's talking about between now and the end of September. He says, here's an idea for you. There's going to be a few sunny days, absolutely, because we're having another heat wave, he says. And he's saying, during that time, barbecue, get everybody round, tell them to bring their mowers, tell them to bring their trimmers, scissors, even just a pair of shears or scissors. But get the garden down to bare basics. And everybody will have fun. And you can sit back and supervise. Because you're good at that, he says. He's giggling when he says it. He says, but you will do your 5 minutes worth of bending down and picking up the weed. Just one weed, saying, we don't want those. That's a weed. And somebody will turn around to you and say, a weed is only a flower that nobody loves. Exactly. So he just wants you to know that he's watching you. Okay. They both send their love. And they're just waltzing around. Now they're waltzing off. And they're saying, we love you. But you know that.
If it's who I think it is, they won't be waltzing around together anymore.
This is spirit. What they did on the earth plane does not transport up to spirit. Forgiveness is a big thing up there. Okay? And I leave their love with you.
Thank you.
Thank you. How long? Okay. Okay. Come on. Come on. Boom. I got a light bulb. Oh, tough. It's going to be you. Actually, it's going to be you. Okay? Because you let a cat out the bag earlier saying, don't feed the medium. Okay? And I have now found that there are other members of your family within the audience. Okay? So it's not just mum. And I won't go, but you know who you are. Okay? Okay, I've got a general, okay? Will you please stop falling over? No. Dad. You know it's Dad. Get some sensible shoes on your feet for a start. You haven't bought a sensible pair of shoes since I've been gone. All right? It's not that the shoes you're wearing are strappy, but they are not what they should be. Okay? Okay. You fall over once more, and I'm going to make sure you stay down there. Oh, that's naughty of him, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. And I'm going to cart you off to hospital so they can sort out your hearing. It's sorting out your ears. You've got an imbalance, he's saying, and you know it, and you're not saying. Don't you okay me? Oh, God, sorry. He's saying, don't you okay me? You know, I've been telling you for months. Okay. There's also a carpet in your, I'll find out next week. There's also a carpet in the house that it either needs replacing or you need some of that sticky stuff to stop it from curling over. It's like there's a little curl on it and you keep catching your foot on a bit of carpet somewhere. There's a little frayed bit. Okay, just check Check her carpets, will you? A bit of wood. All right. Right. I'll bring my glue gun next week. It might work. Okay. I also want to say that you, darling Nick, no, I am. You and you, my darling, are going to be working together a bit more. And I am feeling that if you don't live in this area already, you're going to. There's a move for you, and you're not going to be very far away. Can you take that? I'm talking to you. Yeah. Okay, talk to him. Okay. I would like you to open up more. Dad is saying you're keeping too much to yourself. Oh, no, it's not just work and what you're doing and everything and that. There's a broiling going on. A broiling. It needs to be addressed. And he's also saying that you don't normally let these things get to this level. So he's saying, come on, son, let's get that out. Yeah. You've got to let it out. Consequence. For every something, there's a consequence. For every choice, there's a consequence. If you know what the consequence is going to be, or a rough idea of what the consequence is going to be, then you really do need to make that choice. You can be in control of the consequence if you make the right choice. But you need to make, this sounds all complicated, and he doesn't normally speak like this, but since he's been up there, he's been reading books. Good. But he's saying that you need to talk it out, to write it down, talk to him, talk to Gordon. You need to get it out in order for you to know what the right choice is, to be able to control the consequence. Once you've done that, the broiling will be gone, and or even eased, so that you will be able to then focus on what it is you're supposed to be focusing on. Because at the moment, do I need to come and see you next week? So the focus is scattered, and it needs to come back. Okay. Gordon wants to tell you off, but you can hear his words yourself. You're blocking him because you don't want to hear what he's got to say. That. Don't tell the medium. We all put things differently, but they all mean the same. So I'm actually getting from Dad, will you do as you're told and listen? Okay. Get the glue, because she can't fall over again. Get the glue. Okay. Your eyes are much better, he's saying, but you still need to get those ears checked, okay? Okay. He loves the flowers. that you've received lately? That was a very nice gesture. And he loved it. He loved that. Thank you very much. I'll leave his love with you, with the family. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. What we got? Are you making these sessions longer? Because it feels like it. Okay.
You can stop now.
Although, yeah, I was just going to say, I've done more readings on this occasion than I have previously, and it feels really good. But yeah, no, it's lovely. It's lovely. Okay, who are you? Oh, I've got a child here. Oh, hello. I've got a little child here. Okay, where you go, my darling? Okay, it's a little girl. Hello, Poppet. Okay, would you like to go and stand by? Yeah, okay. Let me see where she's going. Oh, she's running around the back at the moment. I actually want to place her with you, please, in the pink. Yeah? Can I work with you? Lovely, thank you. Oh, okay, I'll shout. That's no problem, thank you. If she can't quite hear me, let her know. I've got a little child here that comes into you, and she's shown herself about the age of 6. Okay, and she's got long hair, and Mummy used to plait it for her. She used to plait it. She's telling me she did pass at quite a young age. Although she comes in at 6, she wants to put a couple of years on her years at the time that she passed, because she feels that for the last 2 years of her life was strenuous with illness. Okay, and I can see by your face you can't take it. Okay. I want to place her within your family unit. I'm also being shown that there is a bit of a divide and within the family, and she unfortunately was part of the divide that moved away. She's given me the name Alice. Alice. Okay. Okay, she's given me the name Alice. She's associated with Alice. She just wants to, the main reason of coming in is she just wants you to know that she's okay. And could you please pass the message on to Alice that I'm okay? And that's all she wants to do. She's carrying a little dolly. Okay. I'm sorry it's not a message for you, but she just wants to, would you tell them I'm okay? Because someone's been worrying about her. It's an anniversary. It's her anniversary coming up of her passing. So there's like talk and candles, because she would have been a relevant age. And when she says, when they say a relevant age, it's like one of the big O's, or 60. No, she'd be younger than that. But no, she's telling me she would have been nearer 30 or 40 if she was still on the earth plane now. Okay, so if you can take that, please, and find the person. Okay, but she does send you love because you are part of her family. Okay. Mystified, I know, they like to test me. Okay. No, she doesn't want to give me any more information. She just tell him I'm all right. And she skipped away. So could you just take that and you'll find it. She's just gone off. She'll find it. Okay. But she's given me the name. She's linked to the name Alice. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So quickie?
If you want.
Hmm?
It's all right.
Oh, He's pointing. They make me jump, Barry. Okay. You forget about that camera sometimes. And then suddenly you touch it and it's there. It's there. Okay. What am I going to? Can I work with you in the back next to Mum? Is that right? Yeah. Yeah. I'm doing this because it's like you're too far away. Okay. I've got grandmother here. Grandmother here on father's side. Grandmother. Oh no, I want to take her to great grandma. I want to take her to your great grandma on father's side. Okay. You may not have known me, but I know everything that you've done in your life, my lovely. She can't hide anything from spirit. That always makes me smile when they say that. She wants you to, okay, the reason why she's doing that is because she wasn't very tall. She wasn't very tall at all. And as the years went on, before she passed, she ended up stooping over. But she's just saying, I'm all up straight again now, and I don't have to go on my tiptoes as much as I used to. Okay. She's talking about climbing on chairs. Someone's been climbing on chairs. You have to be more careful because they can wobble. Get a proper step ladder or something. If you're going to be cleaning out cupboards, okay. She's saying if you're going to be cleaning out cupboards and doing things like that, you need to not stand on the side and hold on like Billy-O. You've got to get proper steps to get up into the cupboard. Somebody's been spring cleaning, summer cleaning, ready for the winter. Okay, and they're using a real rickety stool thing. It's somebody in your household. If it's not you, then it's somebody in the household. Okay, so you need to throw out that old stool. Forget the sentimental value on it because that's something that Granddad made. It's that sort of age. So she's saying you've got to just put it aside and just sit on it. Don't stand on it because someone's going to fall off it. All right. Someone's been going up into the attic lately because she's been worrying about someone trying to get up in the attic. Thank you. Yeah. Again, swinging from the rafters is not the sort of thing you do. They're not a monkey anymore. Okay. She's just saying, please just make sure that you get the right equipment for the right job. And it's not just ladders and things like that. There's also something that you've been working on recently. And again, you haven't got the right equipment for the job. So keep an eye on what you're nailing down. She's talking about nailing down. Get the right tools. Get the right things. Using the heel of your shoe is not like using a hammer. And she's laughing about that. Okay. Okay. Next time it rains, just tip your toes. Just step out into the garden, tip your toes, 2 seconds. Just let that rain fall on you. You need grounding because you're finding yourself up in the air and a lot of things are passing you by because you're not grounding yourself. And that's not just spiritually, that is personally as well. Okay? So you've got to get your feet back on the ground. To airy-fairy. She's talking about being airy-fairy. God, that's an old saying, isn't it? Stop being so airy-fairy and pull yourself back down to earth. Okay. The windfalls make a gorgeous apple pie. So she's talking about, don't worry about the ones that are still on the trees. Pick up the windfalls first because they are the ripest. She's not only talking about apple pies and things, she's talking about that metaphorically and metaphorically, symbolically. Okay? So look at the ones that are done first, then attack the ones that need to be ripened. And she's saying, you will understand what I mean by that. And if you can't think of it now, you're going to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and go, I know what she meant. It's horrible when that happens, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. She wants you to know that the young gentleman that's around you on the earth plane, even though he's got a few worries, he will come and talk to you about it. Okay? She's saying, just be gentle with him. He just needs a bit of guidance. Okay? And you're just the right person to do it because you've been there. Okay? So, with that, she wants me to give you a load of daisies. Lovely daisies. Really big daisies. And they're beautiful. She's going for a cup of tea now. So she's saying, I'm going for my cuppa now. So I'll talk to you again soon. She'll leave her love with you. Okay? Thank you very much. Thank you. Yep. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sandra Shelley.
Always a pleasure. Yep.
Thank you very much. See, I love it when people wear something appropriate that means that I can plug and unplug without getting done for a soul. Thank you very much, Sandra. Thank you for my message as well. And yes, I will have a conversation afterwards about what that meant. You mentioned it about 10 minutes before we started regarding a workshop. And in actual fact, you mentioned some workshops as well, which I'll bring up in a moment. Thank you so much. And friends, a big thank you from all of us to Sandra Shelley. Now, you brought it up, so I'm going to bring it up now. The monthly workshops that are in-house, I'm going to stop calling them physical because I keep getting in trouble because that's a different kind of circle. And that is where the curtains start twitching and the tables start sliding. But that's another story for another day. But yes, so the in-house workshops continue. And the new set with brand new names that I don't even know what they are yet begins on the second Sunday of September. The day before that, which is the Saturday, which is the 9th. So we're talking 9th and 10th here of September. The 9th of September, what? The workshop? The 9th. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. I'll just carry on. You know. So on the 9th of September, we are, of course, having what can only be described as a bit of a do. For those that don't know, I spend most of my Monday mornings dealing with a group called SPTV. It stands for Spiritual Psychics TV. It's a YouTube and Facebook internet thingy-doing channel where there's always mediumship and other fancy things going on. And on the 9th of September, 4 of the mediums that are hosts on SPTV are going to be standing right in this hall on that very, very stage. The lovely Minty May, the wonderful Bill Hughes, the gorgeous David Hale, and the delightful Galenda Marie are all going to be here, along with, of course, the voice that is without a face, producer Richard. We're going to be here to do a demonstration of mediumship that we are hosting. Tickets are £10, available through the online booking thing. See me for details afterwards. And yes, there will be another bit at the end. After the mediumship demonstration between 7:30 and 9:30, there'll be a tea and coffee break. And then there will be a demonstration of trance mediumship that will be performed here. There'll be an infrared camera that will be projecting what's going on the screen there of the trance demonstration. And the medium that will be doing that is me. So that will be interesting. Like I said, it's going to be a great night. It's only 10 quid. You know, there are some places where you pay 24 quid for 90 minutes for one medium. Here you got 5 mediums over 2 hours and it's a tenner, so that's quite cool. The following morning, I've got to be up bright and early to do the workshop, and that's £15, includes lunch, and that's from 10 till, no, 10:30 until 3:30. We've moved the time. I just managed to get it in my head and now I've changed it, but it's only by half an hour. But that includes lunch. Also, we tried something a bit new. We've been having online workshops and online debates as well, which went quite well, I think. Yeah. There's a few here that were there. And all of you lot online who hasn't nodded off yet, I know you were there too. They will be monthly as well. They will be monthly as well. You're looking confused? No, sorry. Okay. So we're going to do online workshops and online debates once a month. There'll be the in-house workshop once a month as well. But on the 9th of September, there is, of course, the big do of SPTV. The biggest mystery in the universe is not whether there is life after death, but what does Richard look like? For those that want to know, you'll be able to find out on the 9th of September. It's worth 10 quid just for that. So if you're interested, give us a shout. Well, friends, the time is fast approaching the end of the evening, which means it's time for tea, coffee, biscuits, and there are some Krispy Kreme in there as well, isn't there? Which is nice. And there's, of course, the raffle, which we'll be having in a moment. But thank you all for being part of tonight. Thank you all for coming. I'm sure Eunice and Tony will be back next week. I would like them to come dressed up as Smurfs. I will have to have words. That would be funny, just to have Tony up the front there leading the healing dressed as a Smurf. That would be brilliant. And Eunice doing a reading dressed as a Smurf as well. We're going to have to try and arrange that. I know she was watching, but she did say she wasn't stopping on long because they were off to the bar, the cheeky Watsits. Oh, bless you. And thank you, cousin. I thought I might have done. My cousin's just said, cousin Ruth, put your arm down. You look like Sal, which is our grandmother. And Cherry Ann said, oh, hey, Cherry, all the way from France. Brilliant online workshops and debate, worth a look in. So there we are. You know, you all met Cherry. It's very strange when you work online and you meet people from all over the world. They start out as little postage stamps, and then they become real people when you meet them. And when you're talking to someone with a deep South Cornish accent, you don't expect them to be in France. Or when you see that they're in France, you don't expect them to have a Cornish accent. But Cherry, good to see you, Dale, and thank you for the comment there. And there will be more. There will be more. So there we are. And I am starting an online circle that will be Tuesday evenings, and I'm hoping to start it not this coming Tuesday, but the Tuesday after. You've got it on record there. The evening circle that will be online will be not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after. No, next Tuesday is the 5th, 12th. The 12th of September. There we are. So, there we are. Well, friends, thank you all for being here. We're going to have a closing prayer and then have the raffle and then tea and coffee. But, of course, a big thank you again to our medium, Sandra Shelley. Friends, let's join together and close this evening in prayer as we say, Great Spirit, Father, Mother God, we thank you for the opportunity to come together as friends, to work in your love and light and send the word of Spirit out into the world, never giving an inch. As we take that message of love, upliftment and laughter with us, please let us take with us the courage to speak our truth, the strength to keep walking in adversity, and the courage to ask for help in times of need. And on that, Great Spirit, we are reminded that in times of strife, we ask you not to move the mountain. Just give us the strength to climb. Until we meet again, in your name, amen. And as the old saying goes, amen, let's eat. Thank you all. Let's say goodnight to everyone online so that we can get on with our raffle. So after 3, 1, 2, 3, good night, and God bless you all.